Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's about 4:30 here, and I'm telling you, it is cold, cold, cold here in Yorkton, Saskatchewan. I don't know if we're the cold spot, but we should be, my goodness sakes. It's going up to 40 below. So I went uptown earlier, warmed up my car, and I went up and I got a bunch of treats for myself. Treated myself some chips and pop and salsa sauce and I have this beautiful pie dough that I made the other day, and I'm going to make some tarts. I'm craving butter tarts of all things. Now, I usually make butter tarts at Christmas, and this year I didn't have time and I didn't make butter tarts. So I thought, you know what, I've got everything, I'll make butter tarts. I'm just going to make a dozen because it's for me. But they freeze well. So I'll have some, and then I'll put here. I'm going to move this so that you can see. You see my new art that I have on the wall here for my grandchildren. Oh, they make beautiful little drawings for me, and then I put them up there. Okay, so this is that beautiful dough I made for the pies a few days ago. I had them sitting in the fridge. And so now I brought them out about an hour ago just to let them not be so cool. And now I'm going to roll my dough out. And I have to put flour on my... So, I've been so busy. It has been just a wonderful time. And right now I'm getting ready because I've been invited to some of the local schools to go and speak to the children. Storytelling. So, I am getting stories ready for that. And when I tell them stories, I want to tell them stories that have meaning, So, lately, I don't know, for the last maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month, buffaloes have been coming to me. I'll be talking to someone and they'll mention a buffalo, or I was going out to the Ochapowace First Nation last week, and there was buffaloes, and they were standing in a field, and they were in a perfect circle. And the driver I was with, I said, "Oh, look at that, Challen. Look at that. The buffaloes are standing in a circle." And he said, "Yes, they are. I wonder why." And I said, "Well, my grandmother used to say that the buffaloes would stand in a circle when a storm was going to come." And sure enough, the next day we got that terrible windstorm where it crippled the highways and people were getting stuck, and so it wasn't good. So the buffalo knew. And then we're having this cold snap that's following it. So, okay, I've got this cutter here that I'm going to cut, and I'll show you about how thin, how it is. And they will just go right into my tin like that, see? So let me fill this up and I'll be back. Okay, in this bowl, I'm putting 2 eggs. These are these beautiful farm eggs that my friend brings me, Carol. She's so generous. Okay, so I whipped up these 2 eggs a bit, and then now I'm going to put in 1.5 cups of brown sugar. So let me just, half a cup. I had to wash my hands. Didn't like that feel of that brown sugar on there. So I'm going to mix this brown sugar in with the eggs like that. And now I'm putting in 1/2 cup of melted butter. And I'm so proud of myself. You know, as a person gets to bake more and more, you kind of can eyeball things more. And I took how much I thought was half a cup, threw it into a bowl in the microwave oven, and then poured it out to measure. It was exactly half a cup. See, the more you cook, the more you learn. Hold on, I got to get a spatula and make sure I get all this butter out here. These are butter tarts that I'm making. Okay, now what else does it say on there? Oh, it needs some salt. Half a teaspoon of salt, and it says vanilla. So where's the vanilla? There it is. Half a teaspoon of salt. Put that in there. And let me get this. So I want 1 teaspoon. Oh, I think that was more than a teaspoon, but that's okay. It will give it flavor. Okay, so now I'm just going to mix that all in there like that. Mix it all together. And then what I have here is I've got some raisins. And I always wash my raisins. I tell you that you don't have to wash your raisins. My mother always washed her raisins, so I wash my raisins. And I'm going to put just a few. Oh, I should do it where you can see it. I'm going to just put a few raisins in each one of them. You don't want to put lots. Maybe about 5 raisins. 5 or 6. Yeah. Good. And you put them in your tarts. So I went up today, and I went up to the Walmart. I don't go up very often, but it's close by, so I thought I'll go up there. And while I was in there, I met people who recognized me. That always gives me a thrill. I want you to know, if you see me, come and say hello to me. I'd love to give you a hug. And then when I meet people and they recognize me and they call me Grandma Sherry, oh, that puts such a smile on my face. I love it. I absolutely love meeting people. So hold on, I'm going to get something here. There, I put my syrup into here. It's easier to pour it into the shells. And you want to pour the shells about 3/4 of the way up. I still have a bit of syrup, so I can make a few more tarts. And there they are. They go into the oven. The oven is at 375. They'll go in for about half an hour, and then we'll be back. My tarts are done. I cooked them a bit longer than I should have, but they're still delicious. I already took a bite. I just couldn't wait. But here they are, and here they are inside. They're kind of gooey, but they're not too gooey. Everybody likes their tarts different, but this is how I like mine. Delicious. And the crust is so delicious. Crunchy, flaky. Much love on this cold day. Stay warm.